Hello, everybody. How you doing? How much fun is this? Talking about the history of the Mariners. We're going to talk a lot of history right here with these two guys. Welcome to Dugout Dialogue, sponsored by Starbucks. Get yourself a latte, a great cup of coffee. Enjoy the Dugout Dialogue and all the wonderful things going on here at FanFest of 2026, because we're getting ready for an exciting season this year after what the Mariners accomplished last year. Hi, sweetie. Getting to Game 7 of the American League Championship Series. So, welcome to Dugout Dialogue. I'm joined by two Mariner legends. One is a 19-year big league player turned broadcaster who spent 4 seasons in a Mariners uniform from 2000 to 2003, 4 years. He was Mr. Do-It-All. I'm not going to call him a utility man. He doesn't like that phrase. He says, I was an everyday player who played different positions. The other also spent a number of years in a Mariner uniform, was a 2001 All-Star, both joined the ball club in 2000, and he's remembered for winning a Gold Glove on defense, and his legendary home runs, we still remember. Together, they were fan favorites on the historic team that won a Major League record 116 games in 2001. Welcome, my two buddies, Mike Cameron and Mark McLemore. All right, before we talk about Mariners history, which you two were so much a part of, you guys went down to the Mariners fantasy camp this year a few weeks ago. Coaches had their teams. Elise Thomas's is here. She goes every year. Mark had a team. Cammie had a team. They squared off in the championship game. Who won?
Thank you very much.
You want to talk about your incredible victory over Cammie's team?
Absolutely. I'm just saying, the night we had the draft, I said this was the championship team that I'm about to call up in front of you. And that's exactly what we did. We went out and won the championship 4-1. The one game we lost, we did lose to them. They hadn't won a game yet. So our players felt a little sorry for them and said, hey, we don't want to, shut them out completely. So we gave them a game knowing we were going to play them in the championship game and do what we did.
Cammie, how much fun was that?
Losing? No, it was definitely fun, the experience to see so many bad baseball players come out for a whole week and just jump into a major league aspect and see them walking around being so sore, balls hitting off their heads, running in place very slow. But the experience in itself was definitely good to see the people come out and enjoy it. Hopefully we get some more people come out. It's cool to experience it if you get a chance to do it.
Guys, once again, we're going to honor the Negro Leagues this year, as we should, and always do. Today is Jackie Robinson's birthday. Jackie broke the color barrier on April 15th of 1947. Tell us a little bit about your history and why it's so important to keep those wonderful stories and legacies alive so the future fans of baseball remember all those great players.
Well, obviously, without Jackie, Mike and I probably wouldn't be in the big leagues. So he was the first one to start things off, showing that, hey, we can play the game of baseball too. A great ambassador of the game. I never got to meet him. I have met his wife and daughter over the years, and they're great people to work with. But just, transcending baseball is something that he did, and that was always very important to me. Anybody that I look up to, he wasn't just an athlete. He was an ambassador for life, basically, not just baseball, but for life. So for me to be able to play in a Major League uniform and play in a Major League stadium, I owe it all to Jackie.
Cammie, what about you? What does it mean to you?
Well, first and foremost, Jackie exemplified the culture and everything that we call such, I think, Black history, but I think it's most of it is a part of American history in itself at that particular time. And to be able to follow in the footsteps of a player of his caliber and some of the things he had to deal with, and then me get a chance to explore myself in the major league, at the major league level, I was able to do so many different things along with his wife And then when they retired his number, it just really exemplified what he means to the game of baseball and the path that was created for the opportunity that I got a chance to play with.
My favorite Negro League player was Cool Papa Bell. Cool Papa Bell was so quick he could turn the lights off in his room and get in bed before the room got dark. He was that quick. But that's a true story, because in the old hotel that they checked in, there was a short in the light switch. And he noticed that when he turned it off, the lights didn't go off for a few seconds. And then they went off. So he bet Satchel Paige. He said, Satch, I'll bet you $10. I'm so quick, I can get in my bed before the lights turn off. And Satchel went, Cool Papa, you're quick, but you're not that quick. He bet him the $10, hit the light switch, jumped in bed, lights went out, and he won $10. True story, Cool Papa Bell. Another true story is that these guys helped the Mariners win an unbelievable 116 games. In 2001, we're going to get to the special moment that happened when we clinched, but how in the world did you guys do that? And there's a banner up there to prove it. You lived it.
Obviously that was not our goal starting out the season, and I don't know that it was our goal at any point in time throughout the season. We had an incredible team, incredible management, Lou Piniella running the show here for us. Our goal was really to win the World Series, period. Winning 116 games, yes, we thought we were going to win the World Series too, but that was a special team. We had special people all around, from our starters, our relievers, position players, guys that played every day, guys that didn't play every day. It was just a perfect combination. We had an awful lot of fun. And when we see each other now, 25 years later, it's like yesterday. But that was just a very special time. I know I haven't experienced anything like it before, but knowing you're coming to the ballpark, we were probably going to win that game. No matter what went on, we were probably going to win. So it was a great time for me.
When you clinched in September, it was right after 9/11. What was it like, Cammy, for you and Mark and your teammates to celebrate the way you did out there on the mound?
I don't think we were planning on doing that. It's just something that happened. We knew that it was a very special moment in time, considering 9/11 had just happened. So we didn't get a chance to really celebrate like we normally do. It was kind of subdued for just having respect out of the situation that's transpired in New York City and across the United States. And just that moment in itself was a token of appreciation for the people who still came out to see us play to finish off that great season. And we just saluted the people, and it turned to be like an iconic photo for the history. Here it is 25 years later. I mean, it's still an iconic situation.
Still amazing. If you have any questions, step up to the microphone and ask a question for either Mark or Cammy. We've got a young man ready. Just get right into that microphone so we can all hear you, okay?
All right, so this one's for both of you guys. What's the biggest change, do you think, from like your game and like how the game is now? And which of the new rules do you hate the most?
Do I hate the most? I'll definitely take that one. I hate that they made bigger bases. I mean, you know, you want guys to steal bases, make the bases bigger. I like the bases the way they were. You just had to really work, and no, it's a technique to be able to steal bases. So I think that's kind of been lost in the game today. Everybody likes to hit home runs, obviously. I wasn't that guy. He was. But, you know, the bigger bases to me, I didn't really like that change.
Yeah, so I'm going to follow Mac with that same thing. Like, there's no need to have bigger bases. These are grown men that understand how to play. The only throwing over two times, pitch can only throw over 2 times. The pitch clock, you know, now that I'm not playing, I like it. But I know the players don't really like it. Players don't want to feel rushed. Obviously, the pitcher doesn't feel rushed. We used to use that to our advantage to actually slow a pitcher down. But I just think that, you know, the game has transcends in many different ways, and obviously there are many components to it, and a lot of it has to do with the analytic style of the way teams run the way teams run their team now, more than anything.
How about a question right over here for Mark or Cammy?
In 2002, you hit 4 home runs in one game. After your 4th home run, what were you thinking?
So
I did it.
yeah. I can't really say what I want to say on this mic, but I just remember running around the bases is like, whoa, like, and to see yourself running around the bases, and they do an in-live game feed on ESPN. Obviously, it was the biggest moment at that time to be able to do it. But we still had like 5 more innings to play. So, I mean, I think it was a gift. Anytime you hit 2 home runs in a game, and to get a chance to do more is a blessing in itself. Just ecstatic. Probably one of the biggest things that people don't remember in that day is I also robbed a grand slam of McLemore. So, yeah. That day I stole a grand slam, but I hit 4. So, and I was trying to hit 5 on the last one.
And he came close.
I did.
He flew out to right field.
It was too cold. Too cold, though. Not enough launch angle either.
In the first inning, I've never seen this before, Cammy and Brett Boone hit back-to-back home runs in the first inning. So you got off to a good start.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt.
Didn't Boone hit 2?
Yeah, he hit 2, and then he shut it down after that.
Back-to-back.
Yeah. No, I have 2 things with that. One, I'm upset because I didn't play that game. I probably would have been on base ahead of him if I did play that game.
We had 3 home runs.
And the thing I liked most about it was against his former team.
Yeah.
So that was, for me, I was like, yes. Because every player, no matter how you leave a team, whether it's under good circumstances or bad, you want to play against them well. You really want to do well. I don't think you can get much better than that, hitting 4 homers against your former team.
How about a question over here?
First of all, thank you guys as the OGs of Safeco Field for all the memories. And I'd like to ask both of you guys, what is your favorite back in the day behind the scenes story that we might not know from those times? And Mike, I'm still representing, baby.
Favorite behind the scenes story?
Listen, I know I've got a whole bunch of behind the scenes stories that I cannot tell. Man. Okay, I've got one. I don't know if you were with me that day or not. We're stretching. Lou, I love Lou to death. I always wanted to play for Lou Piniella, and I got the chance to do it for 3 years, so that was great for me. But we were in a stretch where we weren't playing particularly well, and usually throughout the course of the season, a player just needs a day off, a day or 2 off, just to clear their mind and not playing well or whatever. So anyway, I'm stretching at me, Edgar. I think you might have been out there. We were stretching together, and John Olerud. And Lou came out on the field. The lineup wasn't up yet, which wasn't normal. It's usually up, once we get here. And Lou came over and said, Oler, you got the day off. Cam had the day off. Edgar had the day off. And he said, Mac, you'd have the day off too, but I don't have anybody else to play second base. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, all right. So that was one of those behind the scenes for me, especially regarding Lou. Great man, great guy to play for.
The best I can give you is our times that we spent on the bus when we're going to and from different cities.
Oh, yeah.
That's when we did a lot of the hazing, but also just a moment of bonding amongst each other. And for one time, I think I got Ichiro to speak on the mic and to try to get him dancing. And that was always a fun experience in itself when you see a guy who's so stoic do some things that you don't normally see.
Well, I'll tell you what it really is. What he's really saying is whenever we got on a bus, he got the microphone. That's what he's saying. And you talk about stand-up comedy, this guy right here is the best at it. We had an absolute blast. Whenever there was a microphone, whether it was on a bus or on a plane, when you heard the microphone come on, it was, oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, he's the best at it.
That's why sometimes we steal Cammy and put him on the radio. And a lot of fun telling stories. How about up here?
Hello. Hello. So Mike Cameron, you were my daughter's first player crush. At 4 years old, she has her little "I like Mike" sign. But anyway, do you have a favorite fan moment that you can recall? I know you've had a lot of amazing moments with the Mariners, but do you have one with a fan or just the fan base itself that kind of sticks with you?
Not one in particular. I think one of the biggest fan experience moments is obviously coming here for my first time and having a center field crew in the outfield and the people who were in the beer garden at the time. But one of my biggest fans were my neighbors. Like, I used to live in Rose Hill in Kirkland. And so that day when I came back from, we came back from New York and I hit the 4 homers in Chicago, they must have lined up signs all the way down the street that I turn on to get to my house. And then on top of that, put like this big bouquet of baseball balloons outside of my house when I got back. So that was pretty cool in itself.
How about right up here? Get real close to the microphone.
Okay. Mike Cameron, before I'll just say one thing. I was utterly, I don't know what I'm going to, okay. When you came after Ken Griffey, it was a large shoes to fill. I think you filled it within the first half hour. I mean, just look at your way you stood there and when you would jump in the crowd and with your big smile. So I guess my question is, when did you feel like you had stepped in to be at your own?
It didn't feel comfortable, I can tell you that much. It was hard, it was difficult, the change. But I think I got comfortable once I was able to make a few plays to give the people just a moment to exhale and say, okay, we got somebody that can play out here. But I knew I could play. I mean, that wasn't the case. It just wasn't, I wasn't gonna match what this guy was doing for like the last 10 or 12 years. There's just no way possible to be able to do that. I mean, I try to do the best I possibly can do. And I just, I think I was telling them inside earlier that my own aura and moments with the people were genuine, truly genuine. So that's probably the biggest thing that was gifted to me coming here to Seattle.
I remember a particular play that he made, and everybody went, okay, we're going to be all right. It was against the Yankees early in the season, about the 4th or 5th game of the year, and you robbed Derek Jeter of a home run.
Yes.
Yeah, that had to feel good.
Man.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
And for me, watching him come in, and yes, like you said, there were big shoes to fill, but I think he took the attitude, he's not trying to fill Junior's shoes.
Right, that's true. Very true.
And he introduced everybody to who Mike Cameron was once he made that play. Not saying that everybody forgot about Junior, but they knew, hey, we got somebody who can get this done just like that. So I got to give it to him for not trying to fill Junior's shoes, but filling his own and doing what he was capable of doing. He did a fantastic job. One of the best center fielders I played with.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Outstanding. How about the question right up here?
Is it, in your playing days, was it more fun to hit a walk-off home run or rob a walk-off home run to win the game?
Oh, anytime you hit, I'm hitting. Everybody likes to see the hitting home run. The defense is just a part of who you are, but man, you know how hard it is to hit a homer?
I do.
To be able to do that is especially in itself, because it ends the game with what you did. You actually won that game, that particular moment. That's how I looked at it.
Thank you.
How about up here? We got a little guy there.
What was your favorite season?
Easy. 2001.
Yeah.
You win 116 games. That was a very special team, very special time, no question about it. We came up one time, maybe about 10 years ago for a reunion, maybe 5 years ago, the 20-year reunion, and they were talking about, some of the numbers that we compiled that year. And the one that really sticks with me is typically when you got a team that's good, trying to win a division, they talk about how many games over 500 you are. If you're 10 over, okay, no big deal. If you're 20 over, yeah, you're playing pretty well, and you're probably going to win your division. We were 75 games over 500. Unheard of other than one other time. So for me, that stat says an awful lot. Yes, I wish we could have finished it off with the World Series ring, but just to be a part of that season and this team was so special for me.
Yeah, they won 20 games in April, 20 games in May. Then they had a really bad month in June. They won only 19. It's just like we fell off the cliff almost.
Yeah, it was.
That's how consistent they were. Yeah.
Yeah, hi. My son is sitting down there, and he didn't want to lose his spot, so he asked me to ask the question for him. He wanted to know if you could say anything to Jackie Robinson, what would you say?
If you could say anything to Jackie Robinson, it's his birthday today, what will you tell Jackie?
The first thing that I would say to him, I have two things. The first thing I would say is thank you for everything that he had to go through and endured for the two of us to be able to sit here and answer the questions from great fans like you guys. So definitely thank you is the first one. And then number two, how did you do it? Because that's an awful lot. We know some of the things, or maybe even a lot of the things that happened to him that he had to go through for us all to be here, but we don't know everything. And how he was able to do that with such class and dignity and grace, it's beyond me. So those are the two things I would want to ask him.
For me, there's only one. It's just like thank you for paving the way, given the opportunity for so many other players to come about. And I guess the second thing would be for me is just like, how the hell did you do it? Like, I mean, just under that type of duress on a daily, how did you keep your mental aspect in a sense where you could focus to play the game at that level and to be that impactful and still dealing with the things that he dealt with as a player?
If you want to see a great movie, get 42, the story about Jackie Robinson. Now his retired number is throughout baseball since 1997. So he was incredible. Any more questions? Yeah.
Now that you two are in retirement, what do you guys do in retirement?
I didn't hear your question.
What do you?
Now that you two are in retirement, what do you do in retirement?
What do we do with our time?
In return.
Nothing. No, I do two things. We've got our first grandchild. Her name is Shay. She's 4 months old, and that's what I spend most of my time doing. And when I'm not spending my time with her, I fly drones.
Oh, yeah?
It's a pretty cool hobby, isn't it? Yeah.
Well, for me, I get a chance to do a little bit of everything. I obviously work with the club. I go to spring training and try to fill out my little itch for the game in itself. I like to golf, and I got 2 little grandkids, so that's a good thing in those things. But I'm around it a lot too because I help a lot of the younger players in the minor leagues in some kind of capacity, and that's about it. Still try to go and take care of my body, so that's about it.
I'm going to retire after this year. Can you guys give me a few tips?
Absolutely. First, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
I've known Riz for an awfully long time. He's absolutely one of the best in the booth. He knows how to talk to fans and make them feel like they are right at the game watching every single pitch, and even things that are going on in the dugout, in the stands. He brings everybody right to it like they're sitting right here. And that's an art. Not everybody can do it, but this man right here has done it for an awfully long time, and he's done it with a lot of class. And I just want to say I'm glad to know you. I'm glad to have had you say my name on a number of occasions. So congratulations on your retirement, and one more good year, hopefully to end with a ring.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Mac. I'm not going anywhere either. I'll still be around. I'll be around. Any more questions up here?
This question's for Mark. You played just about every position out there. Was there one that you least preferred to have your name called for the day?
That I least preferred?
Yeah.
Third base. Hated it. Hated it, hated it, hated it. And here's why. I was, getting up there in age, and third base, they call it the hot corner for a reason. That ball gets there really, really quickly. I know I didn't want to be there against, a guy like Judge. We had guys like that. Dave Winfield comes to my mind. Did not want to be over there and try and catch one of those. So when I saw my name at third base, I'd be like, and then made sure all my insurance premiums were covered. But yes, playing third base, that was the one I least preferred. But I was in the game. I got to go to the dish 4 or 5 times every night, so that's what I was most happiest about. But if I had my druthers, I would have stayed away from third.
He did it all, and he did it very well. We're fortunate to have him. Another question?
All right, first off, go Mariners.
Go Mariners.
For McLemore and Cameron, what was something you guys were struggling that fans never saw?
One more time?
What's something you guys struggled with that fans never saw?
Something you struggled with that fans never saw.
That's easy. The failure part of this game. I mean, this is the only sport, or pretty much the only thing that I know of in life, that if you fail 7 out of 10 times, you are celebrated as one of the best. And since I was nowhere near that 7 times, I failed about at least 8 out of 10 times, 7.5. That's hard. I mean, we may, we're not going through the motions, but we're dealing with a lot when you get one hit every couple of days. You're hitting 250. Yes, everybody wants to be perfect or be a great player, but everybody can't. So for me, it's having to deal with the failure because there's an awful lot of failure in this game.
Got one more question? We got time for one more question? I got a question for Mike Cameron.
Yes, sir.
2001, you were one of 8 Mariners to play in the All-Star game, representing the Seattle Mariners right here at this ballpark. And I'll never forget you telling me and the world, enjoy my enjoyment, and we did. What was that like to celebrate an All-Star appearance with 7 of your teammates plus Lou Piniella?
Yeah, it was just kind of capped off that first half of 2001 to be a part of a great team and then to be recognized as one of the All-Stars. I just remember coming here from LA. All I wanted was some tickets just so my kid could see the home run derby. And then they told me that you don't got to worry about getting tickets for that because you're going to participate in the game. And to come back, and in that right field corner over there, everybody had their names on a banner, and my name was on a bed sheet. And I still was like really excited about it. So that whole experience in itself was just something that I'll never forget to be a part of. That was the year also that Tony Gwynn and Cal Ripken Jr. retired. So we got a chance to see so many different things in my one and only All-Star game.
Yeah, we stopped the game at the bottom of the 5th inning to honor Tony and also Cal Ripken. How about a nice round of applause from 2 guys that wrote a whole lot of Mariner history. Cammy, Mariners center fielder, Mark McLemore, the man who did it all. They were part of that 116-win ball club. Thank you for joining us here on Dugout Dialogue, presented by Starbucks. And I'm about to turn it over to Brad Adam and Angie Mentink, who's going to be with 4 of the top prospects in the Mariners organization. We're going to have a great year this year, and on top of that, we have a great future because of this kid. So thank you coming out to FanFest in 2026. Enjoy the rest of the day, everybody. Nice round of applause for Mark McLemore and Mike Cameron.